God some praise all over the sanctuary. If you will please turn with me to the Gospel of St. Luke, chapter 15. The Gospel of St. Luke, chapter 15. And we'll be reading verses 17 through 20. Gospel of St. Luke, chapter 15. We're going to begin at verse number 17. And I'll be reading from the New International Version. And it says there, when he came to his senses, he said, how many of my father's hired servants have food to spare? And here I am, starving to death. I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants. So he got up and went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. Amen. Look at your neighbor next to you. Say, neighbor, oh neighbor, stop being ghetto fabulous. Look on the other side, tell him, I know that's right. Amen. I'm going to preach this little while with your prayers from the subject, stop being ghetto fabulous. Amen. Stop being ghetto fabulous. Emanating out of an ignorant and incoherent generation. From asphalt alleyways comes the glorification of ghetto living and a ghetto lifestyle. You all understand that the Bible is eminently correct that our people are dying from a lack of knowledge. Because ghettos were popularized not by Def Jam Records or So Def, but rather and instead in 1939 by Adolf Hitler. It was in fact in 1939 in which it was his attempt to wipe out Jews from the face of the earth that he placed them in ghetto tenements. You all understand that these ghetto dwellings were walled in and were known for poor health conditions. They were known for a lack of sanitary services. They were known for overcrowding, and they were known for an absence of education. Isn't it strange then that when the New Deal found itself here on the rustic shores of these United States of America, that they were born and built under the flagship of public housing, but later transformed into ghettos. My dear friends, it ought to be duly noted for our generation that for us to declare that anything is ghetto fabulous is oxymoronic in nature. Because I don't understand how anything that's ghetto can be fabulous. When you do understand in its original intent and diabolical design that it served as the last step before annihilation. It was ghettos that were the place in which Jews were placed before they entered into death camps and incinerators. And for us to now declare that anything that's ghetto fabulous is not sensible at all. To talk about our young people playing amongst dirty needles and broken glass. There's no way that can be ghetto fabulous. When you do understand that most of our young people read 2 to 3 grades below their reading level, with teachers who have no real training experience, who don't understand that more often than not, our people are more right brain as opposed to left brain. So that they cannot digest a Eurocentric value of learning, but rather and instead need a broader, more creative dichotomy so that their minds will be able to digest and develop. I don't understand how it is that we can say anything is ghetto, that's ghetto is fabulous. When you do understand that drug addiction is the score of the day, that our government is in fact able to land a satellite in space, yet they are still unable to tell you where the trap house is. I don't understand how anything that's ghetto can be fabulous. But you do understand that it is a part of a mind frame and a mentality that has coerced us and shampooed us into believing that we are in a brainwashed condition. It was Carter G. Woodson who said, once you have their minds, you don't have to tell them to go to the back door. They will find it or build one. And so here we are where we've made progress. So much so that we are financially developed, that we are politically advanced, that we are spiritually astute, yet we are mentally incarcerated. Because we still find ourselves in a place that we're believing that we're ghetto and fabulous. But you do understand, for the generation in which I am tenured and a part, that this process began with the show called Good Times. And even in the litany of its opening song, temporary layoffs, good times. Easy credit ripoff, good times. Scratching and surviving, good times. Hanging in the child line, good times. I don't know how we got them. But isn't it a sad shame and state of affairs that some of us believe that all of the aforementioned are good times? I would go with you half of the way to believe that being ghetto fabulous is our badge and our merit of honor. Until one day I messed around and saw a long lost episode of MTV Cribs. And on MTV Cribs I noted this guy by the name of Russell Simmons, who at the time was living in a 3-story condominium complex in Manhattan, New York, overlooking Central Park, in which his estate is worth over $29 million. I had to ask myself, if he's so ghetto fabulous, why is it that he didn't stay in Queens? After they left Russell Simmons, they went now to a gentleman by the name of Master P, who's living in a sprawling estate with marble glass and a gold ceiling. And all we were able to reiterate at that time was, isn't it wonderful? It's great to be ghetto fabulous with gold teeth when you got a gold ceiling. But when your ceiling is caving in, it's not so ghetto fabulous. After they left Master P, they went now to a guy by the name of Jermaine Dupri. And Jermaine Dupri had more sports cars than Atlanta, Georgia had public modes of transportation. And what it is that I was able to deduce is that those who celebrate and applaud ghetto living and a ghetto lifestyle, as soon as they get one platinum album, move out of the hood. Something is intrinsically wrong to say that the badge of my blackness is based off of me being in the hood, let alone once God elevates me from the hood, I still have a frozen concept of believing I still belong to the hood. Okay, let me see if I can help you here. Then a couple of years ago, I had the opportunity to read a book that had the statistic that the majority of those who are consumers of rap and R&B music are not black children, but is white suburban youth between the ages of 14 and 17. Now, I then had to consider and conclude that the car that Jermaine Dupri was driving, that the house that Master P was living in, that the mansion that Russell Simmons sports is all being funded by white young people. That then says to me that they are playing the tune of the ones who are paying the cost. And so in being ghetto fabulous equates then unequivocally to be a sellout. That in order for me to be digested in a larger urban market economy, then I have to sing where our Caucasian counterparts are comfortable, knowing we're glad to be ghetto fabulous. Okay, I can see you're uncomfortable, let me preach it anyway. And so where we find ourselves now is nothing more than millennial sharecropping while we own our own record labels to his father and said, give me my inheritance now. And then the Bible says that he spent all he had. He spent all he had, and he never bought any property. He spent all he had. He looked good on the outside, but didn't own anything. He spent all he had, but he didn't have any investment stocks or bonds. He had clothes on his back, but he had nothing in the bank. He was living absolutely ghetto fabulous. He had gold teeth, but had a nickel-plated brain. He had a Twitter and an Instagram account, but he could not conjugate verbs. He had on retro Air Jordans, but didn't know where he was going to run off to see where the end was going to be. He made sure his hair was twisted, but he had nothing in his head. He was living absolutely ghetto fabulous. And my dear friends, just like the prodigal son, many of us in here have treated God the same way. Saying, God, give me my blessing now, even though it's not my time. But God is saying, I'm going to trust you with this little piece of a blessing. And if you're faithful, my God, over a few things, then I'm going to make you ruler over many. Oh my God, you've got to understand that he is in the pig pen. I wish I had the time to tell you how pig was in fact an abomination to Jewish culture. But he's in a place where he's now desiring to eat the same thing that is in fact something detrimental to him. Watch this. If he was in his father's house, he wouldn't eat it. But now that he's outside of his father's house, he now wants something that is not good to his health. You've got to learn how when you get to a place where you are in a place where you're not supposed to be, you got to not have a lethal appetite. He has a lethal appetite because he is on a kosher diet, but now he's desiring what the pigs eat. You got to understand, when you are in this place, God has to bring you to an idea that what it is you are trying to partake in is not good for you. You got to reevaluate your appetite. You got to ask yourself, why is it that I'm always cheating on my taxes? You got a lethal appetite. You got to ask yourself, why is it that I'm always dating married men? You got a lethal appetite. If the thing you desire has the ability to kill you and it will not help you, then you are living ghetto fabulous. But you've got to get to the place where you understand that in spite of all of that, even though I had a lethal appetite, it didn't kill me. Even though I was eating some things and doing some things I wasn't supposed to do, God gave me another chance. I know y'all gonna sit in church and act brand new today and act like you ain't never did nothing you weren't supposed to do. Act like you ain't never desired nothing you were supposed to desire. The reason why you can't praise him is because you still waiting for the witness protection program. But is there anybody who can be a witness and say, God, thank you, because when nothing else could help, it was love that lifted me. You got to learn how not to have a lethal appetite. Secondarily, watch this. He had a limited perspective because he is in a place where what would be nasty in his father's house, now he wants it. His perspective is limited. He does not have the right perspective to want to desire something that was good for him. But now that he's desperate, he wants something that is not good for him. Some stuff, oh my God, you got to be careful when you're that you're around some stuff when you're desperate. says, when he came to his senses. Now, when I get to heaven, first I'm going to tell my granddaddy hello. But after that, I'm going to talk to Luke, and I'm going to ask Luke, why did you use this phrase, that he came to his senses? Because I'm not convinced, church, that he came to his senses, because he was born a son. But watch what he says. He says, I'd be satisfied being a servant. You've got to know that his birthplace says that he's a son, but because he was brought up in an environment that conditioned him to think that he was lower than who he really was, he says, now I don't want to be a son. I'll be satisfied being a servant. He had lowered expectation. Listen, whenever you are in the pig's pen, you will expect to have stuff lower than what you were created for. Oh my God, I want to help somebody in here. You are absolutely wife material, but you're satisfied being a baby's mom because you have lowered your expectation. God called you to preach, but you're satisfied singing on the praise and worship team and sitting in the pew because you have lowered expectation. You are happy just getting a raise on your job when God called you to own the business because you have lowered your expectation. But when you get to the place where the only thing that's beneath me is my enemy and the only thing that is above me is my God, that's why our mothers and fathers used to say, Father, I stretch my hands to thee. No other help I know. And some of you need to come to the place where you get the realization that I'm created for more than what I got right now. And if you get satisfied with what you got right now, you ain't going nowhere. But when you get uncomfortable being broke, uncomfortable being lonely, uncomfortable being by yourself, that's when God can say, oh, you must know who you are. I am a royal priesthood. I am a chosen generation. I am the head and not the tail. Look at your neighbor and say, you must not know who I am. Because if you knew who I was, you wouldn't talk to me any kind of way. If you knew who I was, you wouldn't roll your eyes and suck your teeth in me. But look at me. I'm a testimony. I didn't make it on my own, but somebody prayed for me. Is there anybody here who know you the bomb? Know you got it going on? I don't need nobody to tell me how good I look. All I got to do is look in the mirror and say, thank you, God, for blessing. Hey! Hey! Hallelujah! Oh my God! He was living absolutely ghetto fabulous. I'm getting ready to get out of here, but watch when he makes the shift from being ghetto fabulous to being God fabulous. Help me real quick. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, don't be ghetto fabulous. Be God fabulous. Watch this. The Bible says that he is far from home. He made up in his mind that I'm getting ready to come back home. And watch what it says. It says when he is afar off, his father saw him coming. Oh my God. Watch this. He's not even in the driveway. He's not even on the street. But the Bible says when he was afar off, oh my God, watch what his father said. He said,
But he moves with his ghetto fabulous from lowered expectation to lifted exaltation. At first, he didn't know who he was. But when his father saw him, he said, my son is back. That which was dead is now back alive. That which was gone has now arrived. Y'all forgive me, I gotta take personal privilege on this last point because I want to move you from lowered expectation to lifted exaltation. I want to tell you who you really are, because when he was in the pig's pen, he said, I am a servant. But when his father saw him, he restored him from being a servant to being a son. Can I help you, black people? You don't even know who you are. You don't even know how great you are. You don't even understand what's on the inside of you. But you are somebody. When they put shackles on your feet and on your hands, you were still able to lift up the name of God. As an African people, you made it through slavery, and you made it through issues, and like Maya Angelou, From lowered expectation to lifted exaltation. He says, my son who was dead is now alive. My son who was lost is now found. He made a shift because he knew that if he made it to his father's house, that he will be restored to who he was. You are a wonderful people. It was in fact, oh Lord, please forgive me for forgetting. Gentleman said, Mandela, our biggest fear is not that we are inadequate, but we are powerful beyond belief. And you say to yourself, who am I to be great? Who am I to be powerful? Who am I to get my doctorate degree? Who am I to finish high school? Who am I to finish college? Who am I? Mandela said, why not you? Why can't you be the greatest? Why can't you be the best? Why can't you be powerful? No, not your neighbor, I'm talking about you. You. Why can't you have lifted exaltation? My son is home. Kill the fatted calf. We about to have a barbecue. Kill the fatted calf. We getting ready to have a party. Go down to the store, buy my son a suit.